Becky from Team Mom Boutique. If you're a busy coach or team parent, I've got you. In a few minutes, I'll show you how to drop photos in, fix layers, and match your team colors fast. But first, let's drop into the template. You've got some instructions to start you off. You've got the often requested rosters and schedules, and then you've got some pregame announcements, get people excited. We've got the countdowns and up next, so people know what to expect. And we've got your very popular game day posts. We've got lots of these, some different options, and these can all be branded to your own colors. Very much pro-inspired. They will definitely make your team look professional. And you've got, again, lots of options. And then kind of some post-game final scores. The big W for your wins. I love those. And then some stats. Then we move into the player spotlights. You've got, I think, about 20 different player spotlights. So you've got like MVP stats, you've got senior spotlights, and then just, like your player of the week, weekly spotlight. So lots of those as well. And some are cutouts, some are, from the waist up. So different options. And then you've got your committed posts for college recruiting, a couple of happy birthday posts. I love those. Some little different. And then we've got like some more operational. So you've got the tournament. I love the ice ones. You've got basketball and hockey, but we could do any sport as well. And then, meet the coaches, a shout out to our sponsors. Got to thank the sponsors. Skills camp. And these can all be kind of repurposed. If you've got other ways you want to use them, you can absolutely do that. Cancellations, holidays. So that's the template. There are 77 items in the template. And today I'm going to edit this player spotlight. And what I do in this, you can apply to most of the templates. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is upload your photo. And just a couple of things with photos. It should be a well-lit photo no matter what you're using. You want it to be a well-lit photo. With this one, you want to have the player isolated, and it should be their full body, nothing cut off, not their shoes, not the top of their head, not their limbs. And if you don't have Canva Pro, so I've got this background removed, which I definitely recommend doing for a lot of these photos, you will want to remove the background. There's lots of background removal tools out there. Adobe is one that I use if I'm not in Canva, but there's lots of tools out there, but definitely remove the background first. And so here's one of the key things that you can do in my template. So you've got your photo uploaded. You're going to click on the little paintbrush while you're clicking on my edited photo, and then you'll click on your photo and you'll get the exact same style that I have, the same look and feel in my photos. So never delete the photo that I have in there. And then you can also use my photo to help place your athlete in the picture. And so just to recap that, you'll use the copy style feature. It's the little paintbrush in the top right. You will click on my photo and then click the paintbrush and then click on your photo, and your style will be copied over to your photo. And now that we have our photo set, I'm just gonna kind of do some repositioning. I'm gonna make sure, I always like to have shadows underneath the feet. It just makes them look like they're actually standing on something. So I will move the shadows to the same kind of position that the drop shadow is. So if you can see, I usually put my drop shadows on the right hand side. So I try to put the shadows over to the right. Then we'll update our text. It's very easy. Just click on the text and you can change, the text to whatever your team name is and to your athlete's name. And you can change the font. Like, I've picked these fonts because I think they look good for sporty templates, but you can change the font to whatever you want. If you have a certain branding that you use, you can absolutely change the fonts. And then I also like to crop the photo as close as I can. And now we're going to just update the number. She's actually 15, but just for the sake of this, I'll change it to 12, just to show how you can change it. And next, I'm going to change the colors. And if you have hex codes, I definitely recommend using that, as it'll be the closest match. But if not, one of the reasons I do the uniform first is because you can pull the colors off of the uniform. So just click on whatever element you want to change. And then in the color panel, if you click on the little rainbow circle, you'll see the little eyedropper, and you can use that to pull the color off of the uniform. I usually try to get kind of like a mid-tone, so it's not too bright, it's not too dark. And then I use that color to change the rest of the template. So here you can see I'm using it to match pieces in the uniform, and then I'll change the rest of the template to that color because this one's kind of like a monochromatic. And so here I'm doing a gradient. So when you click on the little circle, you'll see two tabs. On the right-hand side is the gradient. So that's where you can pick, your gradient styles. And now I'm just going to add the logo. So I'm going to lighten this line here because I don't want it to be overpowering. I want the photo and the number and the name to be kind of the main element. So I'm just going to lighten this. And then I'm going to go grab the logo for the wolf pack. If you have a logo, I definitely recommend adding it to Canva, and you can add it. For this, I like it to be like a really small accent, and I turn it to kind of like a light gray. So it kind of looks like it's, sitting in the background a little bit, but still visible. And I'm going to put it right down at the bottom at the end of this line, kind of at the corner. And I think that looks good. And so that's how easy it is to update these templates. You just upload your photo, copy the style, change the text, update your colors, use the change all feature. That makes things a lot easier. And then you'll have everything always ready to go in your colors. Upload your logo. If you have Canva Pro, you can use the brand assets, but that's it. And that's pretty much how you edit all of these templates. Some of the templates get a little bit more complex, and with those, and I'll do a separate video, you'll want to use, and you may be in the layers panel for most of the editing. But like I said, I'll do a separate video just on using layers, and that's it for this template. It's super easy to change to your own colors. All right, so now you're ready to edit like a pro. If this helped, please like and subscribe, and you can grab the Ultimate Pro Pack. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. There's a lot of articles on my blog as well. And up next, we will talk about layers, and I'll see you there.